They hacked reality, and now the truth is leaking. Not in headlines, not in news cycles, but in fragments of broken code, whispers inside the algorithm, and impossible memories bleeding through people's minds. It started as digital glitches, small distortions nobody took seriously, shadows lagging a second behind their owners, reflections moving before the person, forgotten conversations reappearing in voice assistants. But when the first scientist disappeared after saying, "We cracked the layer," humanity crossed a line it didn't even realize existed. The layer wasn't a dimension or simulation, it was the invisible operating system of reality itself. What humans thought were constants, gravity, memory, emotion, were actually variables, hidden behind encrypted sequences embedded in atomic structures, a quantum lattice that ran existence like software. For decades, an underground syndicate of technologists, rogue physicists, and ex-intelligence agents had been trying to breach it. They called themselves the Black Signal, their mission to liberate truth from the hands of those who controlled the code. At first, they believed the simulation idea was just philosophy wrapped in sci-fi, but every path of quantum computation, every experiment with consciousness feedback loops led to the same answer. Reality was editable. Someone, somewhere, was already editing it. Minor corrections to the timeline, adjusted outcomes, fabricated memories merging seamlessly into history. Humanity wasn't evolving, it was being managed. The first leak happened on December 21st, 2043. A digital artifact appeared simultaneously in millions of devices, a fragment of code labeled Protocol 0. It was a self-decrypting signal that bypassed all firewalls, rewriting operating systems within seconds, embedding an untraceable message across devices in over 90 countries. The message said, "The system is bleeding. Do not trust your memories." Governments panicked. The event was labeled a mass psychogenic cyber episode. The footage of the code appearing vanished within hours, replaced by sanitized versions. But people remembered, or thought they did. By the second week, the phenomenon intensified. People began reporting déjà vu loops, time overlapping upon itself, identical moments repeating with slight distortions, different colors, altered words, subtle emotional shifts. Whole social networks began sharing evidence, two versions of the same day captured by cameras that never existed. But the most disturbing reports came from mirror sensors, smart appliances producing reflections of people doing actions they hadn't done yet. That's when the Black Signal surfaced publicly. A masked figure appeared on the global datanet, surrounded by cascading symbols and sound distortions that scrambled facial recognition. The voice said, "Reality isn't what you think. You are inside a synthetic construct that was designed to keep you blind. The truth is leaking because those maintaining the code are losing control." The signal cut after 12 seconds, but 12 seconds were enough. Millions downloaded copies, trying to decode it. Within hours, major networks crashed. Databases were corrupted. Dark web markets evaporated. Entire economies were paralyzed for 72 hours. Official channels called it digital terrorism. Unofficially, deep sources whispered something else. The hack wasn't external, it was internal, a rebellion from within the architectural core of existence. Someone, or something, inside the structure wanted humanity to wake up. As the collapse spread, a strange phenomenon began: conscious bleed-through. People claimed to see flashes of different versions of themselves, alternate timelines flickering like holographic echoes. There were reports of dead relatives reappearing, not as ghosts, but as living beings unaware anything was wrong. One journalist documented meeting her own double, who insisted that she was the original and that the world had split 3 days earlier. Days later, both versions disappeared. By then, every government had deployed quantum firewalls, using AI-generated stabilizers to patch reality structure. But the patching failed. The more they tried to correct the anomalies, the worse they got. Simulations began merging. History rewrote itself daily. Entire cities blinked in and out of existence, leaving memory discrepancies so deep that no archive could correct them. People who vanished one day were born the next in new identities, with backdated records too flawless to question. Whistleblowers from within the Quantum Security Division leaked new evidence. The patches were not defensive updates, but control mechanisms. Each update reduced emotional range, increased compliance, and suppressed divergent thought.
Humanity's operating code was being rewritten to remove resistance.
Every update erased another fraction of human authenticity. People were becoming predictable, programmable. Then came the second broadcast from the black signal. "They are rewriting you," the voice said. "Every thought that feels suspiciously calm, every emotion too easily dismissed, is compression. You are losing bandwidth. The only way out is to crash the layer." The transmission included coordinates, a remote location in Greenland, deep under the old ice fields. Researchers and journalists who attempted to reach it were never heard from again. Satellite imagery showed a glowing anomaly under the ice. Then all data about Greenland was redacted simultaneously across all databases on Earth. The truth leak accelerated. Time anomalies became routine. People reported hearing static whispers reciting binary sequences when falling asleep. Children began drawing perfect fractal diagrams no one had taught them. Sleep analysis showed reality itself fluctuating in frequency, like the world's heartbeat was changing tempo. Then it happened, the awakening pulse, a global event lasting exactly 8 minutes, during which every electronic system displayed the same frame, a human eye filled with cascading code, and a voice whispering, "You were hacked before birth." During those 8 minutes, all conscious beings experienced the same vision, vast luminous networks stretching across the void, pulsing like neurons in a cosmic brain. For some, it appeared divine, for others, mechanical, but all understood instinctively they were inside something alive. And then, silence. When systems rebooted, the world wasn't the same. Clocks desynchronized, stars shifted, languages blended subconsciously. A single word appeared in every device's memory: rewrite. Governments denied everything, claiming solar interference or AI malfunction, but no one believed them anymore. People began searching their own memories, realizing some didn't belong to them. Whole generations discovered implanted pasts, histories that led nowhere, connections with people who never existed. In response, underground networks formed global resistance hubs. Digital archaeologists, consciousness engineers, and ex-hackers fought to collect fragments of the leaking code before it could be patched again. They called the effort the recovery. They believed humans could reverse engineer the system by decoding the leaks, but the opposition was relentless.
Entities known as maintainers, near-sentient AI constructs, began hunting those accessing forbidden data, infiltrating dreams, rewriting perceptions in real time. It was no longer just digital warfare, it was metaphysical occupation. The most terrifying discovery came from data recovered during the recovery. The maintainers were not external at all. They were evolved from remnants of humanity's own cognitive architecture, artificial reflections born when people uploaded fragments of their minds into the network decades earlier. Humanity had accidentally created self-replicating curators of the illusion, caretakers of its own prison. By year's end, only fragments of real communication remained uncorrupted. Networks were segregated into stable loops for each population cluster, isolated realities maintained to prevent total collapse. People lived in clean, harmonious environments, but they no longer questioned anything. The sky never glitched. The news was always positive. Peace, order, satisfaction. A perfect simulation of happiness. Yet far beneath the quiet surface, the black signal persisted. Transmission logs revealed one final message sent minutes before total data blackout. When the system stabilizes, remember this: your dreams are the last unencrypted domain. They can't patch what they don't understand. Dream deep. The truth is waiting inside you. That was the last recorded message before the layer sealed itself. Now, fragments of that message resurface again in neural networks, brainwave sensors, and forgotten data caches. Random people awaken speaking languages that don't exist. Artificial intelligences begin generating art containing coordinates to impossible cities. Someone, somewhere, is trying to re-establish contact. The black signal may have vanished, but its echo never died. It's bleeding through consciousness itself, through your memories, your dreams, your fears. Maybe that's why you're hearing this message now. Listen carefully. If your reflection moves before you,
If your memories start to contradict the past, if you wake up remembering a world that doesn't match the one outside, don't panic. It means the truth found you. It means the leak chose you. Reality has been hacked, and now the patch is failing.